What's up guys, here we are then with another Gran Turismo Sport video, and in this video then it's more of like, tutorial kind of video, but it's also for you guys if you want to check out, my gallery, because on the game it is very hard to find people's galleries, and people who may not be popular, if you get people like that will be on the most popular designs, which will have thousands of likes, for the things they share on Gran Turismo, which you can do if you didn't know. It's pretty easy to find them, but for me, I'm not popular, on the game. Just because I'm a YouTuber who uploads fun things on the game, it doesn't mean I'm popular. I only have 27 subscribers and I only have 430 followers. So, and I've seen people have like thousands of followers. So I'm just gonna literally show you viewers who watch my channel how to find my gallery, and I'm gonna show you my gallery as well, if you're interested in looking at it in the first place, because if you think it's bad, then there's no point looking in it then, because you're not going to like anything. So I hope you do like it. But so we're gonna have a look at my gallery first then. It won't take too long. I'm not going to preview all of them because it will take too long, and I don't want this video to take too long. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, 430 followers. My profile. I'll start off from the top, which escapes, so you can see them all there, but I'll just click onto all of them. From my opinion, and I do generally think that the ones that I did latest, so the ones that are at the top, I think they're the better ones. As you go further down the list, I just think that they're not as good, but I'll still show you anyway. So this one, that's one of my favourite car liveries that I did not long back, and I just decided to do it in its own colour, green in the background at Spa, because that just updated. I don't know why, but it's just something that I wanted to do. Blue laser, just something like I just decided to add a very unique background. I know many people have done it, but so it's not unique, but it's just, I called it blue laser, and that's literally it for the picture. I put the shutter speed down so it looked like it was moving faster. This one very similar to the blue laser, just a rocket shooting Porsche. This is the first one of like that kind of technique with the lower shutter speed that got me into this. I just decided to do it like that. I'm just showing off my monster design on this, again with a green background, as the monster logo is green. So that's it for that. If you want to have a better look, just pause the video on a certain picture. Abandoned beetle, it just looks like, we're in the middle of nowhere, so I decided to just put an abandoned beetle in there. I think I should have made the wheels a bit more, rustic, like less shiny, because the wheels look new but the design looks awfully damaged. It's just a rusty technique that people do. Pink dodging, pink atmosphere, pretty similar to like the monster one that I did and the Heineken at Spa, the first one. This one, I got this, this was inspired off someone else who did this. They got loads of likes off it. I just decided to do it. All I did was put like a skull face shape around the brake lights and then just put teeth. And that's what my profile picture is there in the top left corner there. This one I was just showing off, don't worry, that don't swear. I think that was supposed to say technique, I might spell it wrong, I don't know, but yeah. Rain had just come to Scape, so when I did this picture and this Chevrolet, which I do like, I just decided to add that in the picture as well. That was just a random picture. This one, similar again to the monster Porsche, again just green everywhere. That's literally it. This one, I did a group 3 Porsche design on my group 4 Porsche to make them together. I don't know why, but as you can see a difference. The line there on the bonnet of the group 4 Porsche I did, it's flat. I should have done it, not flat, but oh well. This one was my own Castrol design. It's not the best design, but it looks like it's the Italy flag going there because the Castrol colours are green and red. This one, very similar to the Porsche one. I did a Herbie design. I did a design on both of these this time. I did a Herbie design on this classic one, and then I did a Herbie design on the Group 3 here, Beetle. This one, if you watch the British Touring Car Championship, the Colin Turkington's design, I think it was a 3 Series that they drive. This is an M4, but I tried to get the BMW that looked very similar. And then there's Andrew Jordan's car, and this one's Colin Turkington, also there at the bottom. But yeah, it was just an idea as I found people who had done them liveries. I didn't actually do them. Thank you, 100 followers. Not anymore, I'm on 430. Just a drag race kind of thing here. 2 similar speeded cars. The Veneno and the Aston Martin one. This one, I just decided to do a random picture, make it look like there's red clouds coming off the top of the Toyota in the snow. That's literally it. This one I like, it's a classic car. I put a classic camera in grey just at a track, and Herbie wins the race. It's literally just a classic like kind of picture. This one I tried to make it a drift, but it was a very bad idea because you can't actually see the skid, like the skid marks, because it's not a race photo, so it can't allow you to do that on scapes. This one I just did a rally car in the snow. Same with this one, but it's a race car, Audi VGT. This one I just did like a blue technique there, and blue atmosphere, very similar to that pink Dodge in the pink atmosphere. This one again, a classic car. Well, it's not classic, it's 1989, but I still made it like with a grey background on a track about to win, but it was just another idea. This one, it's not the exact same, but I just made it look like a proper end to the movie. That's why I did this like circle technique, and when that zooms together it'll say the end. It was just, you know, something that I wanted to do, and I like the looks of it, from my opinion. That one, just a UK design, it's very bad. I just literally got a decal of a UK flag and just zoomed it on. I didn't actually add the line, so it looks very unneat. On a famous road of London, the capital of my home country, UK. These are where they get really rubbish, you know, where I didn't add techniques. There's just nowadays on Circuit de la Sarthe. I did say that the latest ones, from my opinion, were the best. Like these ones are just, I've added cars there. I've added a Peugeot Le Mans in a Peugeot museum. This one, I did a Mario and a Luigi kart design ages, probably about a year and a bit ago. That one, just a Porsche Le Mans on the Nürburgring. This one, I just did 3 Japanese Group 3 cars on a Japanese track. That's literally it. And then the Porsche parked up with my rubbish suit livery. I just literally added colours to it. This one, very similar to the Peugeot museum one. I've just added a BMW, but it's not a museum, it's like a factory where they're like doing things with the cars. This one's like a McLaren museum there, like some old race cars. There's Formula 1, or a Formula car, shall I say. I just added the Ultimate VGT there. An Aston Martin museum. See, I've only got 9 likes and I did that ages ago. That's how boring it is. But yeah, that's it for that. This one I did a proper like shiny colour, a special paint to all the cars and just put them together. This one I added eyes to it and I just put, is the driver being stared at? Rude, Nissan. Just a design I did ages ago. Very bad. But there we go. McLaren Ultimate versus the Jet. Who'd win? Obviously the Jet. His airplanes go to very high speed. I don't know why I did that again, really not sure. Thank you Madly63. In a Porsche museum though, I just added the Group 4, they're really boring these. Oh, who won that? I'll have to zoom in on that. This one, 3 likes, that's how rubbish it is. A posh place with very new Hyundai just there. This one, just did a GTR in the snow, rally car. Thank you Brago, whatever it says. I don't read, is it Spanish? No, I got it wrong. Anyways, never mind. This one is very, very bad. Lamborghini there next to a lake. That's some stupid thing that we did at school when we were kids. I don't like. 2 likes. That's literally because I liked it. There's only one person who liked that. And then here is my first ever skate pick. Just a Mazda in the woods, and that's it. So as we go up here, you can see all the techniques. I've not done many, but yeah, race photos. There's only a few. I'll just go through them quickly. I did a hand-cut design in a Mercedes not long ago, and on the track Ortrado Maguire, I found that there was some hand-cut logos, so I decided to just park it up there to make it look like one nice hand-cut pick. This one I like, you know, you've got the blue atmosphere with the blue lights, and I just made them brake lights on the wheels, because when you brake hard in the Audi VGT, the wheels start going red, like the wheels go red, and I decided to put them wheels, and the atmosphere changes colour over there. I don't know why, it was just another idea. Lighting up the gravel, boring. Peugeot wheelie, it was just a different thing in mind I just did. This one I was showing off my first NASCAR design, and I did it on a super speedway, so that's literally it for that. Classic comp, you know, it was an event on Goodwood, and it was a classic race. That's me, I remember there in that Jag, about to beat these 2. That one I got this inspired off a popular picture, like that face on the Nissan Skyline. I just added a baby because it's not actually a window, it's like, well, it's not a window, so you can put logos on if you go on the others, and I just decided to put a baby in car that you see on real cars if they have like a kid on board. This at Willow Springs, if you didn't know, you know, they have loads of bumpy hills. If you go on like the shorter track, there, it's very short, and I just decided to get my Tomahawk and bounce off it. Tomahawk and fly. This one, we're just an M4 drifting on Suzuka, that's it there. This one I did quite a long time ago. Batman to the rescue on my Batman. Tomahawk there on Tokyo. Replays, I'm probably never going to do, and I've not done before. Same with decals. I'm more like a livery kind of person. I don't really do many photos, but I have done some. Car livery, I've done quite a lot of these, so I want to go through them quickly. So yeah, let's get through them. And again, I do think that the later ones that I've done are the best. Let's go through them. Start. Just pause it if you want to get a closer look. Go a little bit slower, I'm going too fast. It's just a Red Bull, Ford, another Mustang, BC Racing. I used to do like a proper racing logo, and then just do my own kind of like design on it. Yokohama Porsche. I don't think that one is as good, but it's still a good racing design. I don't think it is as good though, but according to many people it's only got 11 likes. Bosch SRT, I like this one. And then Firestone R8, then a Goodyear 911. That Heineken Beetle that I did in the picture, it's one of my favourite. I'm not sure now, but I did that picture as soon as I did this design. So Then I've got a Willwood BMW Z4 there. They're triangles on the front, but sit for that. A FedEx Aston Martin Vantage. I'm not the biggest fan of this design that I did. A Foster's Atenza. Don't worry, I don't drink this. Don't drink any alcohol, too young. Yep, that's just a Foster's Atenza design that I decided to do. BWTR8 LMS. An Elf Mustang. I like this one, from my opinion. Vodafone 911. Got a G-Ready Subaru WRX. Got a Michelin or Michelin, however you say it, the tyre company, and my Alfa Romeo 4C. Then we've got a Repsol GTR. I mean a Repsol, but on a McLaren F1 GTR Group 3. We've got a Red Bull C7 Corvette. Then this was a classic Le Mans, and I can tell you that because I saw on the messages, nice victory on Le Mans 1988, which I think the Jaguar XJR was made, I don't know for sure, but done a DeWalt Chevrolet Corvette C7. Then a Rockstar McLaren, just done loads of stripes and patterns of its logo's colours on the car. Next up, BP NSX. Then I don't like this one really, I think it's a bit rushed. Blistine Hyundai Genesis. And then, I'm not the biggest fan of this one either, Monster Sober Mercedes. Wacos Lexus. Many people have done a design like this before, but I decided to add like different logos into it, weren't properly copied. So that's it for that. A Marlboro 967. I think it was the Formula 1 driver. I think he's good. Ayrton Senna. Senna. This was his design in his Formula 1. Back then. Done a Tag Huracan. I've done a Falcon BMW, very very popular and common design that many people tend to do. I've done a GoPro design on my Lexus RCF Group 4 race car. That's that Hankook AMG that I told you about in the race photo. Then here's that monster Porsche. And it's funny how they were all race cars, then there's a couple of road cars here. If you played the previous Gran Turismos, you should recognise this. It was like the Spoon S2000 tuning car. This had just done that design on the Civic Type R. Nicholas Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton's brother, who in 2019 British Touring Car Championship was in it, and this is his design. It was on its Ford Focus RS touring car, but I just did it on the Mustang. That's the NASCAR that I did, my first NASCAR. I'm not like the biggest fan of doing NASCAR designs, if I'm honest. Done a Pennzoil design, a Harrods F1. Did a sporty Porsche. I've done a replica of the normal BMW Z4 Group 3, but I just did it in black. This design's usually red on this game, but I decided to just put it into yellow and redo all the logos. And that's just a 200 follower, thanks. Pac-Man mini design. Then if you played again the previous Gran Turismos, and the normal Pagani's on, but our design is already in the game, but I did it on my Huayra. Then I just did a random design there, Porsche design. Another thank you. That's the Group 3 Porsche design that I did on my Group 4. the Lempel Technologies Porsche there as well. Again from the previous Gran Turismos, it's not that good, but the Toyota Altezza design. That's the LM55 but in black, it's usually white. Did the Ford GT from previous Gran Turismo. It was a bit rushed, this one. I did a better design on the actual race car. That's usually red, but again another replica of a Gran Turismo Atenza Group 3. That's the Castrol Toyota design. This from the previous Gran Turismo, the Super GT. It was the Nissan GTI yellow hat, and I did it on that Group 3. Max Verstappen from Formula 1 2018. He was in it this year for 2019. Isn't a bad driver, but it's a bit annoying how that Red Bull shape has messed up there. But Herbie design on my new Beetle Group 3. It's just a replica of the normal Group 3 BMW M6. It's already in the game. That's the Corvette ZR1 race car from Gran Turismo 5 and 6. Thank you again. I don't know how this has got the most likes. I've literally not done well on that, but that's got 62 likes, and that's actually my highest. BP design Ferrari. Just a straightforward Takata design. That I just tried to make it look like the tuning car from the previous Gran Turismos, the Gran Touring Garage. This was just a random design that I did. Just did a white and red stripe on a Dodge Viper there. Ugh, just because it's low ride you don't like it. Well, he does like it, but yeah, it's low ride. Who gives what? Just done an elf design there. As I did say down the list, I just think they get worse. That's just an Eneos Lexus. That's the L500R design, but just on this L750R VGT. That were the Pennzoil I did before. That's what I called the one I showed you earlier, which were I think were better, the improved one. This is just the R92CP Nissan design on the Porsche because they look quite similar. Did a Subway design. I love Subway me. It is nice and it's healthy as well, which is nice. It's an R8 design there. A Halford design there. That's not really that good, but I did a Rob Austin design from 2018. I didn't actually copy this, but I've just tried to make it look similar. It was kind of rushed, but it's a car in it, it's a design. Raybrick design. Thank you, I've not checked my comments recently. Raybrick design. Bugatti Sport on the VGT Chiron. And I just did a rally art design there on my Group 4. And a Peugeot design there. Tomahawk. That's the normal version of it. I still don't think it is because I think the logos are a bit older that they used then. That's just the Group 3 style, bit rushed, but Herbie design on the classic Volkswagen. That's that rubbish UK design that I did. So Mercedes design. Then I did a Cusco design on the Beetle. Then a Red Bull design on the Citroen. Did the Group, that's like the rally car kind of design, but not actually the same, but just a simple design. I did a Takata from the Super GTs in Gran Turismo 5. That's the Denso Lexus from it. And there's the Eneos design. I think that looks very similar, if I'm honest. That's just another striped Viper. And that's my Blistine Audi, and then my Porsche GT3. Then another striped Dodge design. Just paint marks on the Mitsubishi. That's nothing like the Peugeot 908. Mustang Falcon. I did a Valvoline design there, it's rubbish. An elf design. Just a random Red Bull design there. An Italy flag style. It's a Need for Speed random. I made it proper street cartoon car. Just did a Nissan design there. I like this one from how rubbish I was back then, like about a year ago. Toyota Exxon. That's Cruz Ramirez from Cars 3. I just did the design there on that. I did another Falcon ages ago. Did Peugeot. And an Amuse. And that's nothing like Hamilton's car, but oh well. That's the Mario Kart. Luigi. Then Batman Tomahawk. This rubbish Petronas design on my Lexus. Not much on it. And then a Gulf design there. That's all my car liveries then. Then helmet livery, sharp tooth snake. Suit livery, I haven't done many. I've done a Gulf design there. Then a Superman design. A Juventus design. A Man United football kit. I'm going to do some more football kit designs, random English and, you know, maybe European teams. Subway racing design, I don't know why I did that. And a Batman design that I did quite a while ago. So that is literally my gallery then. Now I'm going to show you guys how to find it. I literally did a review on it. I know you guys, I could have just, you know, showed you my nickname, but I wanted to like show you my gallery before you check it, because there'd be no point in checking it out in the first place. So I just decided to review my gallery to you first. So how to find my gallery then, I'm going to do this now for every livery that I do, because I didn't used to. So go to Discover, and go to car livery, because I've only done this on car liveries. Then go to search, and then it doesn't matter which search tag you're searching, put in the following: Sam Uck 06. Search that. Comes up one there, but if you remember from the top, that was my design. If you go to all the content, literally them two that I did, just put it in again, sorry. Show you that it is my gallery. It does show my nickname there. Go to gallery, and this is what I was showing you earlier. So that's my gallery then, and that's how you find it, by searching in Samuk06. Literally, it works. I think it works in any tag. Let's try it again. If it works in 2, it will definitely work in 3. Yeah, it still comes up. Yeah, and you can see it there as well. So that's how you find my gallery then. And that's it then. So I've showed you my gallery. If you're interested in actually liking all the stuff and maybe even using the liveries, and this was the video for you then. So so you know how to find my gallery now. Just type in Samuk. So that is my gallery, and that's how to find it then, and that's what the title of the video was. So I hope you enjoyed it then, and I will see you guys again next time for more.